Came out that Trump media wants to buy $6.42 billion of this crypto. And it's actually not Bitcoin. It's one that I've never heard Trump talk about at all. It's a top 100 crypto. And it's up 25% on this news. It's actually kind of interesting because the market is kind of bearish right now. People seem scared, at least on Twitter. And people are calling for the next bear market. Well, Trump is talking about buying a top 30 crypto, between 20 and 30, and they're talking about buying billions of dollars of it. So is he worried at the price action? Doesn't seem like it. It seems like they're trying to corner the market and buy almost 20% of the available supply of the total tokens for this altcoin. We also have Trump getting rejected for firing Cook yesterday. Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook is fighting back, basically. Trump tried to fire her yesterday. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about everything that's happening in the market too, from whale games to liquidation levels that you should know. If you don't mind though, hit subscribe so you can see future videos just like this. If you do want to trade crypto, check out the link underneath the video to BYDeFi. You can start trading in just a few minutes. You don't need a KYC and you don't need a VPN either. You can start trading, and we have this giveaway going on right now. It's a trading competition, we call it, but it's really a giveaway. Just when you trade on the platform, you can earn some of this prize pool, which is around $25,000 as of now. We constantly run these promotions. If you do want to trade too, you can get access to leverage through USDT or through CoinM, which means you can put USDT into different trades and get paid more in USDT, or you have the functionality to like trade your cryptos that you like with the cryptos that you like. So you can trade Bitcoin with Bitcoin as collateral, and you can make more Bitcoin, and you can do that for other altcoins as well. Now, what's happening right now? Well, we have longs getting liquidated about 653 million in the last 24 hours. We have short-term holders panicking, 21,000 Bitcoin sent to exchanges just in the last day. We also have, right here, you can see Binance dumping Ethereum for millions every minute to liquidate long. So we have whales playing games. We have manipulation. We have, though, a lot more possibility of shorts getting liquidated from here. If you look at the 30-day, there are a lot more shorts that would get liquidated if we move up than longs that would get liquidated if we move down. Same thing on the 7-day, and same thing even on the 1-day. There are more longs that are more shorts that would get liquidated if we move up compared to if we move down. So I would not be surprised to see some market manipulation the other way as well. Some pumps to liquidate shorts at some point in the future. We did get some interesting news last night. I talked about this in a video. This has never been done before, but the president tried to fire Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook. So he said they was firing her over mortgage applications that she filled out incorrectly or that she lied on. And now she says that he has no authority to fire her. I will continue to carry out my duties, she says. And when this came out last night, the DXY actually dumped about 0.5%, which is interesting because she's actually known as being dovish, but it's not one of Trump's doves. So maybe trying to put in someone that he likes that is maybe even more aggressive, trying to cut rates, which would cause the DXY to fall down. Now it kind of pumped back up, and now it's back down at the same level that was last night after this news came out. So it'll be interesting to see whether like she's going to continue working. It seems like she is, but maybe she does actually end up getting fired at some point or get forced out. The ETFs actually saw inflows yesterday. Ethereum ETF saw nearly 500 million, and Bitcoin ETF saw 220 million. So even though the price was falling down, it wasn't from big institutional players. It was from manipulators and maybe even some retail investors, but I think mostly manipulators causing liquidations. Just keep in mind though, Bitcoin has survived Mt. Gox, FTX, Luna, 3 Arrows Capital, Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, the block wars of 2017, Gary Gensler, USDC, DPEG, USDT, FUD, Pump Fund, BitConnect. So we can survive this. This is nothing. There's literally no bad news that's come out that's caused the price of Bitcoin to go down. Everyone was excited last Friday when Jerome Powell leaned very dovish, and nothing has changed. Like, it's just literally manipulation. Publicly traded SharpLink is buying Ethereum as well. It's not just the ETFs, but companies continue to buy. SharpLink buying $250 million worth of Ethereum, and they continue to buy. Other companies continue to buy. Bitwise or BMNR continues to buy as well. And Trump Media is getting in on it too. If you remember a couple months ago, they bought $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now they're teaming up with Crypto.com and Yorkville to launch a $6.42 billion Crow treasury holding, which is nearly 20% of the supply. Crow will become the utility token of Truth Social platform. And you can see here on Bitcoin News, same thing. Crow up 26% on the day. I know there are a lot of Crow retail holders. I feel like it's similar to like a Palantir type stock. Like Cronos seems to be one of the cryptos that a lot of retail investors kind of move to or be drawn in by. Maybe, well, I'm not exactly sure why. Let me know in the comments why so many new holders like it. It seems kind of in a similar way to like XRP. I understand psychologically why some people would like XRP because they go down to the top cryptos list and they see XRP at $3. And it's easy to understand too. Like it's the new version of banking and it's much cheaper from a dollar per coin perspective, which doesn't really matter because you should be looking at market cap, but it's much cheaper compared to Bitcoin or Ethereum. So you can buy maybe 10 or 100 of them fairly easily as a newbie. But I'm curious why you think Cronos is so bullish or why so many people like Crow as a new investor. It's in right around 20 cents right now. It's up 45% in the last 30 days. A lot of that just coming down to the last 24 hours, but very interesting, very interesting. Yeah, this is good, I think, not just for Cronos investors, but good to see the administration continue to be bullish on crypto. It's not like they just, there are various things that they could do right now, right? They could just hold on to their Bitcoin and kind of just wait and see how it goes. They could sell their Bitcoin, or they could buy more Bitcoin, or they could buy more altcoins. And there's kind of a continuum from selling, super bearish, holding, maybe neutral, buying more Bitcoin, bullish, and then buying altcoins, which is like, we're going risk on, not just Bitcoin, which I know some people won't like that because they're basically, they're buying a crypto that's very small and risky compared to something like Bitcoin, right? This is a $20 billion $20 billion crypto. But still, it shows that they are still extremely bullish. I don't think they'd try to buy this if they thought that the markets were going to collapse in the next month or two. So pretty interesting there. I don't know the ins and outs of the deal, but yeah, they're planning on basically, before this pump, they're planning on buying more than the entire circulating market cap. The fully diluted is around 20.38 billion. So while some people are saying this is 20% of the supply, from what I can see on CoinMarketCap, this is more like 30%, and this is after it's pumped up 25%. So yeah, this would have been like 40% of the fully diluted before this was announced, which is just insane. Now, maybe they're going to do this with more cryptos. They haven't actually made the purchase yet, to be clear. But yeah, maybe they're going to do this with more cryptos in the future. Trump has said, if you remember back, like I think it was in March, that they wanted to create a strategic reserve for XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, maybe even one or two other cryptocurrencies. I don't think Cronos was in that list, but he seems pretty bullish on buying altcoins as well, or at least holding onto them, acquiring them as a nation. So it'll be interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. If you do want to trade crypto, if you want to trade Cronos, let's see if you can trade it over on BYDeFi. You can just search up here. Crow USDT is there. You can start trading today. You can short it or long it, whatever you want to do, obviously. Be careful if you're shorting crypto. Be careful if you're long crypto too. Make sure you know what you're doing. But as we can see here, Bitcoin is almost oversold on the daily, which is kind of crazy, right? We're sitting at 110,000 and it's almost too oversold on the RSI. So 30 is considered oversold, 50 is neutral. We're at 36.5. So we are closer to oversold than neutral right now. We're not even close to overbought. Back when we went up to $125,000, we were at 63. So we weren't even overbought technically then. This is the really cool thing about when we chop sideways. The RSI cools down a lot. So we can go up to overbought. Like you can see here, we went up to 100,000 basically. and we were at an 87 RSI, which is considered overbought. Like, we are moving up too quickly. We could see a pullback. And then we went sideways for a while. We went up to 110. So we went up $10,000 more, and we were only at 63 then on the RSI. So we calmed down a lot. The RSI came down a lot just because it took 3 months to get to the next $10,000 up. So when we chop around sideways like this, or even come down a little bit, it resets RSI, it washes out the paper hands, it washes out the extreme leverage positions, and then it clears a way to move higher. Of course, like I said, we could always see further pullbacks, but right now I'm for the last 5 years, I've been very bullish on Bitcoin long term, and right now I'm still bullish on Bitcoin medium term and even short term. The thing is, usually we do see August and September as being pretty bad months for crypto. They're the worst months for crypto. One of the months is typically sideways, and then one is down about 4 or 5%. Right now we are seeing a bit of a dip, but in my mind, I'm not worried long term. Let me know your thoughts though underneath the video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, check out BYDeFi. You can also check out some other exchanges, have multiple exchanges that you trade on. We have Blowfin, BTCC, Bitunix, and Weeks. All of them give you special bonuses when you use my link. Check out my Telegram too. I post videos early there and exclusive videos. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one.